All right, I'm free. We'll keep those there for reading.
You are hereby charged that you did on diverse nights commit heresy against the Holy Church. My own man. That's enough!
Spare ticket for the new Monty Python shows. Well, there are tickets still available. We held some tickets back because in England they're called touts, and the guys buy these tickets in large numbers and then they sell them for 4 or 5 times the price. And we want to keep the prices down so people can afford, so we every so often release some new tickets. So there are some more tickets, so there's still a chance you can see the show. Okay, that one's done. No, it doesn't matter, we'll just pull this one up. A glimpse of the new Monty Python show. Well, it's very much like the old Monty Python show, except we're all older. So where before we might have done something very fast and zippy, now it'll be very slow. And so, is this parrot dead? It may be like that, or maybe not. There'll be more singing and dancing. We've got 20 singers and dancers. We're taking some of the old material and trying to change it so it feels fresh. And then I don't know what might happen on the night because we're feeling very mischievous. And so we may spend a lot of time trying to make each other laugh. That's it. Who makes you laugh today? Oh, Monsieur Hollande of France is very funny. I think David Cameron of England is very dull. There's a lot of good comedians out there. Eddie Izzard is still a favorite of ours. Sanjeev Bhaskar, I think, who made me laugh a lot in the making of Zero Theorem is David Thewlis, who is brilliant, who's actually wonderful. And the most surprising person in Zero Theorem that made me laugh was Melanie Thierry, because in the past she's never done comedy, and she's wonderful. She's so sweet, and she made me smile every day.
Good? Hmm?
Where is his place?
All in your mind. From my mind.
Movies I've never made, part 1. Tale of Two Cities. I think that's dead. I don't think that's going to happen. I was very interested when it was the idea of Mel Gibson playing the part, and we spent quite a bit of time on it, but he wanted to go off and make another film. He actually asked me if I would be interested in directing it, and I said no. It was Braveheart. And Tale of Two Cities, I think, is dead. Unless Johnny Depp wants to do it. He's always been a possibility for that. It's Albert Dupontel, your hidden son. It's Albert Dupontel. No, he's better than I am. Albert is a great filmmaker. I just love him. He's responsible for Melanie Thierry in Zero Theorem because I was looking for a French actress, and he said, Melanie Thierry. I didn't know her. And I started looking at her work, and then she did a tape, and she was brilliant. So I have to thank Albert for a lot. And he also gives me jobs in his films. So, and I'm so delighted that Neuf Mois Femme was a big success, because it's great work. I think he's really special, and I can learn from him. He doesn't have to learn from me. I can learn from him. The movies you've never made, part 2, Watchmen. Well, Zack Snyder made Watchmen. There's no reason to make it. At the time, I was worried about the script Charles McHugh and I had written because we had to condense it so much. I think Watchmen, and I said then, and I believe it now even more, Watchmen would be better as a series on television where you've got a long time to develop all the characters and tell all the stories in depth. In fact, television is taking over the world right now. I mean, Netflix is coming to France soon, and it's already in England. And Breaking Bad was the most interesting thing that I saw last year. Forget about all the films that were made. Breaking Bad, 5 series of something that could develop like that was incredibly powerful. And I think we're at a time where nobody really knows what's going to happen with cinema, because if it's not a big Hollywood blockbuster, there's not much hope, especially in places like England, which is English is the language. In France, at least in France, there's French language films which do survive. In England, if it's in English, then it's probably American. Does today's world look more and more like Brazil? In America, possibly it does. When I was promoting Tideland, I said I was thinking of suing George W. Bush and Dick Cheney for the illegal and unauthorized remake of Brazil. I think Homeland Security in America is so much like the world of Brazil. The rest of the world is not so much. The fact that the NSA is listening to everything we say or do, most people don't care. They want to be famous, even if it's only famous within the world of the NSA. I find it so interesting that people now don't want to be private. They want to be public. They want to tweet. They want to have their moment of fame somewhere. Anytime they can get on a computer screen, they're happy. So it's a funny world where very few people are actually trying to defend the idea of privacy. And people don't care anymore. So it's a very strange, strange world we're living in.
Don't fight it, son. Confess quickly.
The movies you've never made, Part 3, Harry Potter. Nah, I'm not interested. Harry Potter is dead. They had a chance, and that was the first one, and I got quite excited about the possibility of directing it, even though I knew the studio would never give me the job. And the only Harry Potter I liked was the one that Alfonso Cuarón directed. I think he captured it correctly, so that's it. American or English? That's a question. Well, I'm no longer, I'm British. I'm not English nor American. I am now British, having renounced my American citizenship. I have 2 more years on probation, because when you renounce your citizenship, the Americans don't like losing taxpayers. And so I'm only allowed to be in America for 30 days a year. 2 more years before I can go back and be in America as much as you can be in America. My next movie, well, as always, my next movie is always going to be Don Quixote, the man who killed Don Quixote. We shall see if it's true this time or not. I'm working on it. We will have to shoot it in the Canary Islands because the tax rebate is so good down there. We shall see. Have I passed the test?
Succeed.
Good.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thanks. That's a nice way to do an interview. Thank you.